big to do when you can brag about your megapixels.
I kind of like it. No, you're hiding behind them though.
Okay. Wonder how annoyed everyone's going to be. Guess we'll find out.
My writing group, we read out loud in here, and so I'm so immune to it at this point because we've read sex scenes and horror scenes and all kinds of scenes out loud in
Wow.
here. So,
Graphic of both nature.
yeah, I'm...
All right. That's my official. Let's get this started. Hi, everybody. This is, and I want to make sure I get this right, it's Kelsey, it's just spelled funny.
Correctly.
Originally.
Yes.
Kelsye.
That's right.
Kelsey Nelson. She's the CEO of Writerly, writer.ly on the web. We'll talk a little bit about that today, and we'll talk about what inspired her to start Writerly, and it was a collab, so I shouldn't say she started it. We'll talk about that some, and whatever else comes out. She wanted me to explain what usually happens during these interviews, and so the first thing I wanted to say was they're not interviews. I don't like interviews.
I was thoroughly chastised.
I don't like doing interviews. So, but I've done it before, and it was not enjoyable. It was not my favorite thing. But I did like the idea of doing a show that was conversations as opposed to interviews. Because conversations are more interesting than Q&As anyway, in my opinion. We'll see. So this is us starting. I thought, before we dive into the Writerly stuff, I'm going to say something that's sort of like blasphemy in Seattle. Because I've been on vacation with my wife and kid in Seattle, and I don't like coffee. So we came to the coffee capital of the world, basically, and I haven't had a single cup of coffee. I do have this right now, which is a lie. It is, I always mess this up. It's chai tea latte. There we go. I always want to call it, the other thing.
But I'm having a cappuccino.
She's having a cappuccino.
So you get your free pass. You're with me.
Oh, okay. So, so we're here at, I didn't introduce where we were. We're at this charming little jive in Seattle.
Cafe Vita.
Cafe Vita.
Yeah.
And apparently this is where you started, a writers group founded here and eventually led to the collaboration of Writerly. So let's talk about that a little bit. And that was sort of like an interview question,
Yeah,
so I'm really ashamed of it at the moment, but I'm going to take a drink and act like it didn't happen.
Cafe Vita, I've been coming here since it was Cafe Paradiso. And if you're a Foursquare geek like I am, when you come and you check in, you actually check into Cafe Paradiso, not Cafe Vita. And it was awesome. I've been coming here since I was 16, and before, when you want to get out at night and you can't go to a bar because you're not 21. So this is, I was a good girl. We would come here, but none of the tables matched, and it was way rougher. And there were candles on every table, and you come up here to the upstairs, and it was just wonderful. And there's you guys can't see them, but there's big windows. And especially on the rainy days in Seattle, you sit upstairs next to these huge windows with your big mug of coffee, which has always been a mug of coffee. It's a wonderful place. So when you were coming up here, this is where I wanted to meet, because this is home. This is my living room.
Yes, it's her living room, and there's like 20 people in it that she does not know, eating and drinking and minding their own business.
They are. That's another thing that changed. Cafe Vita took over, and I was so shocked at first because all the tables match and the chairs match, and I thought it was ruined, but actually Cafe Vita is kind of wonderful. So it's grown on me. And people come here to work. They're really great about letting you buy 1 cup of coffee and then sit here for 4 hours. But before, when it was Paradiso, all of us kids would be up here and we just all talk to each other. Now no one talks to each other. We just like regard each other warily and sometimes do the trucker nod.
That's the advent of technology, I think. It's like, I'm going to go to a really public place and I'm going to bring a device with me and I'm going to ignore everyone. We're a really diverse group, so there's young writers, older writers, beginning writers, people that were bestsellers, all across the board, all genres, and I think, you know, there's something to be said for seeing the same people every week. We're kind of like AA or something, and you start to become a family, and even though you don't share a lot of personal stuff, you get to know each other really well, and I think about 2 years in, we all realized that like we love each other, like we're a real family, and someone got sick and then someone didn't show up and everyone was like, so and so hasn't showed up, and we ordered a little expedition, we brought him groceries, went out to his house, and there was a moment that you realize that actually these people that you've been politely ignoring for 2 years on a regular basis have kind of become your closest friends. And it's nice. I don't think that I would ever have an opportunity to get to know at this stage of my life, you know, an 18-year-old punk boy or a 80-year-old woman, you know, in the same group. Why not? That's not like your criteria for friendships.
Punk boys and senior citizenship?
Yes.
It should be.
I'm looking for new friends, preferably 18-year-old punk boys and 80-year-old women.
Yes.
On their way out the door.
For a fine conversation and coffee.
Sounds like a lovely Craigslist ad.
Yeah.
So, and then from that, somewhere in there, I guess conversation started that led to the idea of doing Writerly.
Yeah. Right? So, for people that don't know, Writerly is a marketplace where anyone can get on and you can find, you know, an editor or a cover designer to help you with your project, or if you do that work, you can get jobs. And it happened in my writing group, listening to people in their publishing experiences, and some really crack the code, and many crash and burn really bad. And we realized that the difference was help. Those that got professional help, they actually had a shot. But no one has any money, and no one knows anyone really good.
No.
Yeah. And
except yourself, right?
But look at you. You're a writer, and then you have other skills too, right?
No.
Yeah, like 2 at least.
This is
one.
Skills.
Yeah, these are skills.
Yes, these are skills. Bad lighting.
So we realized within our own group, you know, there were people that were great editors, people that were videographers, people that were web designers, people that were marketers. If we just helped each other, we could provide all the publishing house services within our own writing group to each other and be each other's publishers. And then I took it to, we realized that if we need this, everyone needs this. And I'm entrepreneurial, and I don't want to have a co-op, I want to have a business. So I pitched it to an incubator program, and it was accepted, and I'd be an idiot to do this by myself. And there's a woman in my writing group, Abigail Carter, Abby, who had a lot of experience in publishing and was in all of those original conversations. And when it came time that I knew I was going to go for it, I needed a co-founder. I went to her, and she jumped right on, and it's been the two of us building it ever since. And it's gone exceedingly well and extraordinarily difficult.
Well, that sounds fantastic. That sounds like normal work, you know? It's been great, but it's been horrible.
Do you have a sidekick, a partner?
Do I have a sidekick?
Yeah, you need a buddy.
In writing
to
or
do
in
your
everything?
projects, to do what's this? Who's your project in this project? Your partner.
In this project, I'm kind of on my own. Obviously, I'm a one-man crew. That I do co-own a independent production company, and we do some indie film work and things, and that's kind of a 4-part partnership with my wife and then 2 friends of ours who are also married. That wasn't necessarily intended to be like married couple.
They didn't intend to marry. That was an accident.
No, that was that was intentional. No, it was part of the deal. It was like, if we're gonna have this partnership, we want everybody to be married. But they didn't allow polygamy in Missouri, so
You make do.
you make do. We didn't want to move to Arkansas, so we did. No, I just whatever. Forget that joke. It's gone. But yeah, so we do that independently and don't make money really doing that. That's more of a passion thing, and we don't make money out of it yet. But writing-wise, I haven't. And it's funny because talking about collaboration is I really like collaboration and partnerships and that sort of thing. I prefer having a team as opposed to being an individual when working on something. But a lot of times, though, with writing, you don't have that. It's just get it done and get it done yourself.
I have an idea then.
Uh-oh.
Do a little writing game with me. It's very fast.
No!
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
No.
It's good on film, I promise.
It's good.
No, it's not. It's horrible, but it will go really fast.
Yeah, I was going to say that
It's
sounds
a
like
very
a lie.
fast game.
I'm
It's
sort of
it's
just
a
using this for a microphone, too.
It's a surrealist. This is a surrealist game. The surrealist did thing, and it's very fun and it's very fast. And I love this game. And folks at home, do it too. Do it too. All right. You have a pen. I'm grabbing a pen. You're gonna write any sentence that begins with "what is." It can be really long, like "what is the meaning of life after your children have died," or something really grotesque. Or it could be really dumb, like "what is this game?" So
That's dumb.
that it is. So,
Questioning
so
the legitimacy of the game is a dumb
anything that
question.
begins with "what is," but you can't show me what it is.
Okay.
No peeking.
And no whispering when a microphone's trying to
Sorry.
pick up audio.
All right, here we go.
I'm not supposed to show her. what
No,
I'm
we have
writing.
to hide.
We're supposed
I gotta
to
be
hide
really
it.
fast and talk at the same time.
Sure. We'll call it.
Okay, now we're gonna
Okay.
pass them, and you're not gonna peek. You're not gonna peek. Don't peek. And now you're going to write any statement that begins with "it is." It doesn't have to relate.
Oh, no.
You could write any statement that begins
All right.
with "it is."
I probably just ruined that.
Okay,
Your response was much longer than mine.
so you know how when you're writing, you have a meaning in your mind, and you're trying to match the words to the meaning.
No.
Yeah, you have a story or a thought, and you're trying to express it. Well, then you're just a natural surrealist, because we're flipping this around where we have the words first, and then we get the meaning after. So we just wrote surrealist poetry, you know. Yay. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's mine.
This is the question I wrote.
No, it's poetry now. It ceases to
Poetry
be a
now.
question.
I'm
It's
sorry.
art.
It's no longer Q&A. Hey, it's no longer an interview. It's no longer a Q&A. I like that.
What is the meaning of liberty? It is why I never stay out later than 10 p.m. on a full moon. Okay, let's hear yours.
Yeah, okay. What is the best way to tell a story? It is null and void. You're welcome. I'm pretty certain my response was not what you were looking for.
That's all right. It's usually better on the third round and after you've had a couple drinks. Just keep doing them with your friends next
I
time.
like the,
do it with your wife. Do it
I
with
do
your
like
writing
the
group.
meaning of, what is the meaning of liberty? It's why I never stay out later than 10 p.m. on a full moon. So liberty is being a monster.
Well, that just killed the conversation.
Okay.
I won't be asked
Done.
back to this party.
Not unless you fly me into Seattle. Okay, this was a question I was originally going to ask you at the very beginning because it could potentially be the kill end all of whether we had a conversation.
Oh.
So I'm going to ask it now a little late. It's 2 questions, really short. They're both yes or no. So super easy to answer.
I'm ready.
First one is, do you appreciate music? Like good music?
Yes.
Whatever. Do you appreciate music? Do you listen to Justin Bieber?
No.
Okay, because I was pretty certain if you say yes to both, you're a liar. You know?
I have heard it. It has come onto the
You
radio.
have heard it. Came on the radio. What is this? What is this?
I believe once in the car, possibly there could have been a moment where I was going, what's this? And then I went, no. But no.
It is funny. I was thinking about it recently, and I don't know that I've ever actually heard a Justin Bieber song.
So how do you know?
You avoid it like the plague.
What do you
know?
Maybe you love it.
I don't know.
Maybe you're
Am I?
afraid. Maybe you're
that's
afraid
right.
to listen.
I'm a coward, because I know I'm going to like it deep down inside.
Yeah, I have an 11-year-old daughter, so she loves her Taylor Swift and that kind of stuff. She also loves, folk music from the 40s, so there's...
Now that's doable.
Yep.
That's okay. From the 40s?
Yeah.
Folk? From like who?
Doc Watson, or is that 50s?
It might be 50s. I don't know.
I'm getting my decades wrong, but we can sing about 5 Doc Watson songs.
So that's the only person she listens to.
No, there's the other guy that always plays with them that I always forget. And then the girls, I don't know anyone's names from those eras. And all of the singing and the rounds and the kind of hymny. There's a lot of Jesus in those songs. And death. They're very dramatic, which is why I think she likes them.
A lot of death and a lot of Jesus.
Yeah. Going to the river and drowning people or getting baptized seems to happen a lot.
Gonna go down the river to pray?
Yeah, that's one of them. And then Olmy Wise, where the pregnant girl gets drowned.
It'd be so funny to start that in a round right here. As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way. I don't think it would jive though.
I don't know.
I don't think it would jive. Do you think it would jive?
They look pretty
Too many hipsters.
into their
hipsters.
laptops.
And I can say that because I think technically we qualify. I think coming in here is like instant, you're a hipster. When you walk in the door, it seems. Maybe I'm wrong.
It felt a little wider at the hips. No.
I'm just
You're
gonna
the one
drink.
wearing the hat.
I am.
Right there.
Right there, like on the street. So this is going to be the shortest part.
I like it because it says taxi parking. So no one will park there, but they don't read the sign and it says taxi parking only after 10 p.m. So there's
I
always
totally
this
drove right by
Yeah!
that, and it said taxi parking, and I
You're
was
not
like,
a local.
I am so stupid.
I love it. It's like my personal parking spot.
Stinking fine
We should
print.
show everybody. It's not fine. It's actually really big. Now we have to show this sign that we've talked about, and the viewers can judge how obvious it was.
Well, it wasn't obvious when I drove by. I'm going to say that. It wasn't obvious, but if we're going to get appearance, it's stupid obvious, probably.
I really